you can't. You don't put pen.
You can get your hand.
You want some? You want some? I'm not sure what's there here. You want me some?
He can get free one every single day.
You guys not going anywhere?
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
On the back of the announcement at the celebration of football, NPLSA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, which will see 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would the kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with NPLSA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Minute of silence there to kick us off, but we're here at the penultimate round, 21 of the NPLSA season. Game between the home team Adelaide Croatia Raiders and the visitors Campbelltown City Soccer Club. And joining me in the commentary booth for his debut is Brandon Centofanti. How are you, Brandon?
Very good, mate. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me on. I think we're in for a good game tonight. Two teams that are ultra competitive, and yeah, obviously Raiders in the position they're in, needing to get 3 points. Same with Campbelltown. My boys out there needing a win after last week.
Yep, perfectly summarised by you there. Two teams at different ends of the table, but a win will mean so much for both of these. Adelaide Croatia Raiders as well, lurking near the bottom of that table here as well. I think if my stats are correct, if they lose tonight, they'll find it very difficult to stay up. While for Campbelltown, they have to get a win today to stay in the race for the top 6 as well. A loss or even a draw would probably be not enough, and it would be really tough to make it in that last game of the season as well, where they're facing a high-flying Beograd side as well. So I'm sure they're raring to go to try and get a victory here against a lowest opposition. Going through the lineups of both teams as well, they've both made a couple of changes this week in the lineups, starting with the away side, Campbelltown City bringing in 2 players off the bench from last week, and can't think of any two better than that. Multiple championship winners Alex Mullen and Adam Piscineri coming into the team at the replace of 2 players that are very close to us. Your brother and my cousin, James Croatia and Connor Centofanti, have made their way to the bench. For Adelaide Croatia Raiders, though, they've made a flurry of changes as well. One notably in goals with Vincent Barbaro on the bench for Corrado Mushi, who's come in. Elsewhere, they've also brought in Alessio Benvenuto, Marco Muhaha Wenemana, Isaac Matakoulis. And I think that's it. That's 4 of them, yep. It's 4 changes that Adelaide Croatia made to their starting team from last week. We'll see what those changes do, but when you're in the position they are, anything can happen, and changes like that with some youth in their ranks as well is sure to spark the backlines of Campbelltown City.
Absolutely. Then you got quality players on the bench like Paul Radic for Raiders as well, so if the game plan with the younger boys isn't necessarily working out for them, someone like Radic to come on up front definitely cause some trouble for our back line as well.
And it's a very close game as we just about to kick off. A very close game last time out as well at Steve Woodcock when these two faced off each other for the first time this season. It was a 2-1 win. A lot of first half goals in that one, and the second half didn't provide as much entertainment. And that game was concluded with 2 early Alex Mullen goals. And then bringing one back in for Adelaide Croatia was Anthony Costa, who's still missing as well. A couple of their outs tonight completely. Jack Osterstock, Jai King Byrne, Oliver Zafaridis, Anthony Costa. And returning to the bench after a couple of weeks out is Oliver Trimboli, so that will be another big one for them to call upon if they do need some goals tonight. He can provide the spark as well, and he might provide some goals too. It's a foul in the middle of the park going to the Adelaide Croatia Raiders. Of course, this is the only RA NPLSA men's game on tonight. Other fixtures are in the Apex Steel Women's National Premier League, some Women's State League games, and the only other men's game tonight is the State League 2 clash, top of the table between Eastern United and Adelaide Uni. Uineza and Mori on this near right side in a bit of a battle. He's one to look out for as well, this Philemon Uineza. Provided a massive spark and a resurgence into that game in the cup final with a blast of a free kick. And he's got a lot of talent as well. He's playing at right fullback tonight, which is where he's played the last couple of games since that cup final. And what many told me was his original position until he started scoring some goals. So one dangerous spark, and you see how high up he is on the pitch here as well. Providing a lot of close contact for Josh Murray to try and defend. Never seen him so deep, Brandon.
Yeah, I was going to say we'll be keeping Joshy very honest tonight. Not to say Josh doesn't like to work hard. He's probably one of the hardest working boys out there week in, week out. The work he does going both forward and supporting Adzili and Bruno, who we've got at left back. But yeah, definitely keep Joshy looking both ways tonight. But you can see obviously early doors here, Raiders trying to definitely put us on the back foot going forward, not afraid to hit a long ball or diagonal ball to try and get their pacey, dynamic wingers.
Bit of a break here. It looks like somebody's down there on that far side. Wait and see who it is, but it might have just been a knocking of 2 knees. It looks like there's a Croatia Raiders player down there as well as the Campbelltown, I think, fullback.
It does look like, don't want to speak out of turn, but it does look like it's James Bofford down for Campbelltown.
Bit of an inadvertent bump. I didn't actually see it myself, but it looked like maybe some knee-on-knee contact. The Croatia Raiders player is up now, but Boffer is still struggling with something out there. With those changes as well today, he did move to right fullback from his midfield position last week as well, in replacement of Connor Santafanti. And again, another more natural position for James Boffer as well, I'm sure. But he's provided a bit of competition in the midfield with a notable out of yourself there.
Yeah, well, it was. He's a very dynamic player, James. He can fill in just about anywhere he's called upon. Played at centre back this year as well. Right back, obviously, as a holding midfielder as well. Quality on the ball. Does the simple things well. Works extremely hard. So wherever we need Jimmy to play for us, always does a really good job.
Here's Matthew Santafanti playing out well to his fullback in Leon Bruno. Turns with a bit of pace and looks for an option forward. Back line of about 5 in red there for Adelaide Croatia. And now Murray is beaten to the ball by Reece Thompson. Of course, a former Adelaide Croatia Raiders player as well, Josh Murray. Played, I think, a season and a half here when they got promoted to the NPL, and a bit in the State League in that promotion year as well. Here he is pressing Muhaha Wenamana, who's playing centre-back tonight. Another one who's often played as a fullback. That one's gone out on the far side, but can deputise in the centre of defence as well. And we were talking about this before kickoff as well, with Zafaridis out, who was going to play left fullback. Looks like it might be Ikeda, or it might even be a back 5 for Adelaide Croatia.
I was just having a look at that just before you mentioned it. It does look like it's Alessio Benvenuto, to be honest. And we were saying that he did play sort of a left wing back role in their Australia Cup game here a few weeks ago. So it looks like he is out there with Reece Thompson operating in the middle with Zeka.
Interesting approach. It did look like in that game, specifically in the Australia Cup, I thought they played with 3 at the back and then 5 across the midfield, so those wide players were wing backs. But tonight it definitely looks like, as they're defending those attacks forward from Campbelltown, it's 5 of them at the back there with Ikeda, Toriani and Muhaha Wenimana, the 3 centre backs, as you see them playing out here now. And the 2 men to hug the touchlines are Benvenuto and Uwaneza on this near side.
Yeah, that's right. 2 dynamic players playing on the flanks, but you can see when Campbelltown gets the ball in transition going the other way, those 2 playing out wide for Raiders really do make an effort to get back in and support those central 3.
Turnover in the middle of the park there by Piscineri. It was picked out by Reece Thompson, but his diagonal spray to Uwaneza was a bit too much and goes over the near side for a throw-in for Liam Bruno now. Here's Anthony Piscineri. Does well under the tackle, under the second as well, but he loses out on the 3rd time of asking. Now here's Mullen. Finds Marino, his touch is loose and picked off again by Reece Thompson. He's had a good early few touches here, and he's one to look out for Adelaide Croatia. Been here all his career as well, and he's scored some decisive moments for his team as well. Referee says play on there as Josh Murray does some more defensive duties and goes 50-50 against Uwaneza, that time with a head. And I think Reece Thompson's beat him out to that one, but he won't take the throw-in.
Great competitor, Reece Thompson. Playing against him in the midfield is never a fun day, that's for sure.
Here's another one who's had a bit of a position modifier on him for his career at Adelaide Croatia. I played with him in under-18s. He was a striker. Then in the promotion year, he was a bit of a fullback, and now he plays in the midfield and even centre-back sometimes. So he is a really big part of this Adelaide Croatia Raiders side, and one that might project them to go forward in the next couple of years if they do face that drop this season. He's one I'm sure is going to stay and be part of the rebuild. Marisic forward to Boffa, who did just find himself in the middle of the park there. Had a little bit of a swap out there with Piscineri, the Adam kind, who's tracking his runner at the moment. Now he's got Neon Kuru to deal with Piscineri in the right back position. He's offside though, Neon Kuru. Didn't hold his run. And the ball does end up in the back of the net from Allright, and he's just wasting a bit of time, I'm sure. But There's a good spread out there from from Reece Thompson to Nyonkuru, and they did find him. He didn't hold his run in time. Here's Liam Bruno, skips past Uwineza. Conditions pretty chilly out there as well tonight. We spent the first part of the warm-up just on the pitch, feeling out how the conditions are. The pitch actually looks quite great, besides right in front of us here at the tunnel, but it looks in great condition, and that's of course due to the volunteers here at the Croatia community. They keep this club in great nick, and that pitch as well is in fantastic state for this part of the season as well. You don't see too many grass pitches in this state, do you, Brandon?
No, not at this point of the season looking this good either. It looks brilliant out there. But yeah, it's always one of the fun away fixtures coming over here to Croatia Raiders. Always get a good feed as well. You know, you be in for a nice Chavapi at some point throughout the visit. But good there from Jordi Marisic stepping out, following his striker into the midfield.
Here's Nyonkuru again, plays the simple ball. Blazeka tries to spin, and we'll find Nyonkuru again, and again bounces back to Blazeka. Fouled on the halfway line, possession played on. Good ball out to Uwineza. Goes for the early cross. No trouble, and now Murray can go the other way. His touch evades him. It's out for a throw-in. Might be very flat up there, but if you're on this near side where the tunnel is, it's going to be a bit choppy, a bit bouncy. It looks like there's a bit of a dead patch of grass right here in front of us, so whoever plays on this left wing or right wing for the opposition team is going to find it tough to get a ball out to feet that doesn't bounce up to your knees.
You've seen earlier, though, a few balls that get fizzed into the striker or the winger's feet coming a bit more inverted. It's all about the quality of that first touch, because the ball does move nicely when the grass is nice and short like this, and with a bit of dew out there, it will certainly help the trajectory of the ball move along the grass, but it's all about the first touch when that's coming into your feet and then how players are linking off you.
One in the middle of the park well from a foul there before from Matakoulis, but taken a bit too early there by Blazeka. And he just played it into the path of Campbelltown, who were just walking back and found it at his feet, fortunately. Now they can restart their attack. Marino looks to flick him behind. Can't find some feet. Good tackle there, Liam Bruno. Josh Murray lets it bounce, cuts inside. Can't find Mullen's feet. Just turns it over. Reece Thompson, it's another great ball to Nyonkuru, whose touch is almost in the right direction, but Boffo was there to clean up with an excellent bit of defending.
Great positioning there by Boff, even as Nyonkuru took it down. It was a great touch. Boffo's positioning was good enough to get his body across in line between the opposition player and the ball. Crucial interception of that part of the pitch.
Piscineri wins a free kick off Blazeka as well.
What are you doing?
Now Campbelltown can start. Talking about some home form as well here for Adelaide Croatia. Are in the slumps at the moment, but we might just pause that. Goes out for a goal kick, but they haven't had too much luck here at home either. In front of their faithful, who always bring out a great crowd as well. Great facility, of course, but in the last 6 games they've lost 5 here at home, including that game against Cooks Hill United of Northern New South Wales, where they lost 3-2. For Campbelltown, though, away from home, they're 50-50 at the moment in the last 6 games. 3 losses, 3 wins away from home, so you never know what they can do. That's a turnover, though, from, I think it was Joel Allwright, and Matakoulis couldn't make up for it. Mullen now picks the pocket of Reece Thompson. Tries to spread a ball out to Murray. It'd be good if he can keep this alive. He does, just on the touchline. Facing up Muhaha Wenimana, puts the ball in, dangerous area. And Toriani, another time they're asking for the handball, but it's not given by the referee. Toriani now finds the touchline and clears forward to Zaganek. Good win from Murray. Adam Piscineri thought he was going to line it up. Too many people leaving it and can come away with it now. Raiders, great turn there from Nyonkuru. Takes Boffer out of the game. Here he is, Donati and Nyonkuru with space to burn. Looking for a pass, cuts it back, but Joe Allwright's there to clear the danger. Good bit of a counter-attack there from Adelaide Croatia Raiders, and seems like at the moment the wide men from both teams are creating all the havoc, Brandon.
Yeah, at the moment you can see when both teams are going into their attack, the wide areas are definitely an area that they want to exploit, particularly with Raiders. Both of these young lads on their wings, absolutely rapid with rapid pace. So there'll be definitely points of focus throughout the 90 minutes, you'd imagine. And both sets of fullbacks have to be wary, because even with that, when they go attacking, they're always going to be thinking about what's coming the other way if the ball turns over in transition.
Inadvertently off the head, and Marino goes for the spectacular. Seen him score a few goals here at the Croatian Sports Centre, but that time he wasn't so lucky. The last time I was here was about a year ago, and they were playing off against Adelaide Olympic Croatia. I saw an Olympico that day, straight from the corner. But today, the targets are not as perfection. That goes over the sideline as well. Another pass misplaced.
Yeah, Mark is good for one of those about every couple of games. So,
has he ever scored one though? I know Bucco has. I know a couple of other. Johnny Yule, has he scored one from halfway? I'm sure he would have talked about it once or twice if he had.
Yeah, he'd definitely let me know if I was to say he hadn't. So I'm going to say he did.
Mullen chops inside onto his left. Looks to find Murray, puts it across the box, and it's just touched past by Corrado Mushi.
Great save.
And somehow they've given a goal kick on this as well. No, they have fixed their decision, and the linesman obviously saw that one. But it was tipped behind by Mushi. But a great first-time shot there from Josh Murray. I'm not sure if he was caught in two minds maybe, but the spread out was great there from Alex Mullen, top of the box. And now let's see what they can do from this corner. Seen them score a couple of corners in the last couple of weeks as well. Campbelltown. Different delivery on it this time. Driven to the back post. Boffa couldn't get ahead on that one. Now Reece Thompson tries to play it back to his teammates. Here's Malisi on this near side now. All right. Back to Malisi. He looks to float a ball in, but good press there from young Zganek. A couple of players stayed forward here for the time being as well for Campbelltown. And defensively as well for Adelaide Croatia. They all seem to be parked into that 18-yard box at the moment as well. They're happy for Campbelltown to keep it at the back here, and we're going to see a very patient game from them. I think a point would probably be very handy for Adelaide Croatia at this point of the season. That's a great leave though from Marino. Leaves it to Malisi. Fakes one time, and it was maybe one time too many. It was on the second fake. The ball was stripped from him. Now Blazeka tries to play it down the line for young Isaac Matakoulis, but the old head beat him to the ball, and Joel Allwright. Nyunkuru again to Matakoulis. He spins, looks for a delivery across the whole face of the goal. Uwinez is there and is pipped to it by Josh Murray defensively again. He's done some great defensive work in this first half, Brandon, and he knows what he's up against such a young talent like Uwineza.
Absolutely, and I think it's what keeps him so engaged in the game as well, Joshy. Working so hard both ways. That's why when he does go forward, he's got great quality, because I think part of staying so engaged defensively definitely keeps him tuned into the game for the full 90 minutes.
That attack all started from him as well, but it just fell away at the last couple of pieces. The game is very open in that midfield. I'm sure if you were out there, Brandon, you would love to see some of this space at an away day like this.
Never seems to happen when you're playing, but but yeah, it does seem like there are opportunities for both sides. If you can bypass the first defensive line and then get it in one of those, we call them number 10 areas, where the inverted wingers may come, or one of the higher midfielders, on the half turn, you can definitely look to cause a bit of trouble and then get creative in the final third. But with young Meticulous, he's getting into some great positions. It's just, I think, a little bit unfortunate for him tonight. He's got one of probably the best footballers in this state on him, who he seems to be getting better with age. Joe Allwright.
And another one that no matter what position he plays, he gives such a great performance and is so influential on the ball, as we see him take most of these balls out from the back from the goalkeeper as well, because you just know his passing range and he knows what he can bring to this team. Here he goes again.
There it is.
Picks out a perfect ball to Marino's touch, evades him. And I think Joel will get another opportunity at that if he gets it at his feet now.
You usually see Geordie Maristich try to hit a few more diags, but with Joel next to you.
Missionary brothers linking up in the midfield now. They're doing well with the spaces, that midfield three of Campbelltown. Here's Liam Bruno, plays it out wide to Josh Murray, floats the ball in with his left, it's deflected. All the way back out, still alive. Muhaha Wenimana can clear. And now it's Matakulis, can't hold it up. And Missionary can't get his touch under his feet either. And we're seeing all black shirts so far in this first half. We're about 15-20 minutes in to the clash, and I don't think we've seen too many chances for Adelaide Croatia that have eventuated any goalkeepers making some actions. But you've got to say the same for Campbelltown as well. They haven't really tested a keeper in these first 20.
Not to this point. There's been some definitely promising passages going forward for both sides, but it's just always about that final product. I suppose that's that's always the trickiest part of playing football. You can have all the nice build-up you like, but it's all about the end product, and that's when you got quality strikers. For Campbelltown, for example, like Martin Marino, who's been doing it for years. But you can see when both teams are trying to play up the back, it's a bit of cat and mouse. The other team's not really intrigued to press fully. So you can see almost the defensive player that's playing with the ball is trying to intrigue and entice a press to try and free up another player.
Blazeka now splits the gap to his captain Toriani. Uwineza, was he fouled? The referee again says no. Now Campbelltown can continue on this far right hand side. Marino driven deep. Finds Boffa on the wing. Looks again to find feet of Mullen, but again the pass was cut out. Now Matakulis has got a lot of space to run into. The fullback is out of his position right now. He's making his way back in, Boffa. Matakulis, is he going to take it on his right or his left? Cuts inside. Plays to the top of the box where Blazeka is. But they're happy to keep this at the back, Croatia. They haven't had too much possession in this half so far, but when they do have it, they're happy to keep it at the back. Here's Benvenuto, of course, another ex-Campbelltown player as well. Brandon, you know much about him?
Yeah, very good friends, let us say, actually. Really good kid. Had some time at Olympic as well after leaving Campbelltown. True honest player, really good on the ball technically. Works extremely hard no matter where he is on the pitch.
Dangerous chance there. I think it was Nyonkuru who got on the end of it. Goes past the near post, and I think it's a
corner.
Must have taken a deflection as well. It's going to be a corner for Adelaide Croatia. As you were talking about, Benvenuto as well made his debut, of course, for Adelaide Olympic, and then moved over to Adelaide Croatia this season. Has struggled for some starts this season, but he's always in and around the team, and he comes off the bench most weeks. And I'm sure he's another one who wants to solidify his senior career no matter where this club goes next season.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're in a position like that, I've been there before myself as well. All you can do is stay consistent to the process. Put Thompson. It in and go on.
I was about to say it was going to be Thompson, poor touch, and they're going to win the foul out from the back and kick that ball away without any ramifications too. Or he may put his hand in his pocket. I thought he was going to pull something out, but he doesn't. It's too early in the game. But as you were saying as well, yeah, a lot of young footballers as well. When they're in a team that goes down, they don't know what to do. Stay in the big league and keep trying the dream, or maybe it's better off staying at your club and proving your worth.
Absolutely, it's always that. Is the grass always greener on the other side type of approach as well. But I think there is some point moving and change of environment can also be beneficial as well. Just always depends on the individual, of course, and the people around them.
Great touch there. Marisic sends his pressure the other way, and now it's Liam Bruno who drives forward, putting Murray in a great position 1v1. He's got Uwineza to deal with. He's been defending him all night. Liam Bruno across the face again. Anthony Piscineri on the left. Anthony Piscineri over the bar. It's the first early sider for Campbelltown City and the first shot on goal from either side, I think. But again, it's off target.
Matchup down the left-hand side here. Obviously, we've spoken to that a bit already, but Josh Murray, if he can get into some good attacking areas, his end product, finding some either a cutback or a ball across the 6-yard box, definitely a great avenue to goal for Campbelltown.
Matsakoulis can't find that bounce back. And that throw-in is tough to deal with from Piscineri, but he does ever so well. Back in the team this week. Another one who's missed a couple of games this season due to injuries, holidays as well, but he's come back at a crucial time for his team, and he's one, of course, you want to come back with that much experience and that much pedigree as well.
Yeah, just a very experienced head in the middle is Adzi. Always looks like he's got all the time in the ball, in the world on the ball. Works extremely hard. Obviously quality going forward, but very sound defensively as well.
Here's his brother, Anthony, where he's created a bit of a name for himself this season in more of a starting role. He started probably more games this year than he has as a senior player ever. And he's taken it well. He's all right playing it back out to that right side, but big improvement from him this year as well. He's scored a couple of goals in the past off the bench, but he's staking a claim for that starting spot as well now. And pre-season next year, Brandon, you might have some trouble getting back in the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the quality at a club like this is always competition for spots, but that's part of what makes a club like this so successful as well. Everybody working towards one common goal and pushing each other every night in training is absolutely why it breeds success at a club like Campbelltown. But on Anthony Piscineri, just a quick shout out to him, 100 games a few weeks ago, so congratulations to him. He's another one who's been through some particularly tough situations individually with injury and those sort of things, so he's definitely where he is, and within the camp at Campbelltown, everyone knows how much of a quality player and guy he is, so definitely glad that he's getting some minutes now and proving to the rest of the league that he's the real deal.
It's a better touch from Matsakoulis, who cuts across his defender, and now he's got a bit of space out wide to Uwanezo, who's beaten to it again. Liam Bruno's having a great start to this game. As I say, he turns it over, and so does Zaganek. But he's been very involved so far in this first half, has Adam Liam Bruno. Back at the club this year. The club everyone was waiting for him to be at. His dad's the president, but he played his juniors here as well, I'm pretty sure, at Campbelltown before getting picked up by the state system. And I'm sure everybody was waiting until he made his return here. I'm sure his father's very happy that he's back in the Campbelltown colours. But he's had a great season here at left fullback. It's always tough to replace someone like Jake Halliday, but he's put a real good foot forward this season, Adam. And as well, he's started probably every game this season.
Yeah, definitely probably our only natural left back, someone similar to Jakey Halliday, left-footed, loves to bomb on. One of his better assets is attacking, obviously. But yeah, with Adzi, definitely seen him progress game by game. He's improved exponentially, I'd say, because found his feet a bit earlier in the season, but now timing of his runs, quality on the ball, it's definitely at a high level. See here, Raiders sitting in a 5-4-1 by the looks of things. Young, meticulous up front, just waiting for somewhat of an opportunity to press, but if the ball bypasses him, there's definitely plenty of cover, and that seems to be the plan at the moment. Just let Campbelltown have the ball. When it does go into a wide area or precarious pass like that, it's an opportunity to press and counter like.
Almost a good through ball. It was a great bit of footwork, though, from Donatien Nyonkuru. Probably one of those second striker options now for Croatia Raiders this season, without the likes of Anthony Costa and co and Paul Radic on the bench, so they've opted for a younger and maybe more agile, some would say, front line. And he's one that's got the feet that can do the talking as well. Here's Marino. Looking for the feet of Piscineri, a bit of space. Malisi tries to turn. He does get the opportunity to now. Looking for a ball in the box. Piscineri's ball doesn't beat the first man. Nyonkuru just hands it back into the path of Malisi. Here's Boffa. Better shape on that one, but nobody in the centre of the box. Adam Piscineri's shot is blocked out.
But yeah, just back to that final ball into the box. with obviously Raiders having so many men in their defensive block. Yeah, the quality of picking out that play in the middle if Campbelltown are going to decide to deliver, it's going to be crucial. So they might have to try and find another way to goal as opposed to going through the wide areas at this point.
Seems like Adelaide Croatia are going to be happy with a point if they can possibly get it. And I'm sure they're just holding on for a shutout. If anything, they haven't had too many of them this season. One at home against the team who's trying to push for finals has got to be a bit of confidence going into the last game and potentially one last chance of survival next week if they do pick up a point here today. But without that, they're going to find it real difficult. With Modbury Jets playing this weekend as well. Big clash for them. Northern Derby, I'm pretty sure, against Playford.
Yeah, Modbury at Ramsey Park tomorrow. It's a crucial game for them to determine whether or not they'll be in this league next year. But one of my old teams, Modbury, so definitely hope that luck falls on their side and they can stay afloat because it's such a great club with great coach, great president, Jeff McCormack, one of the very best to do it. So definitely hope that they can stay in the top flight.
We're going to pick up the first booking here. It's for James Boffa from Campbelltown City. He just tried to get across Donati and Nyankuru as he was striding forward, and after a few of them in this first half, they've penalised one of them. Now Boffa's got to deal with being on a yellow card this early in the game. It's about 25 minutes maybe into the game. So he's got a lot longer to go, and I'm sure that your brother's seat's just got a bit warmer now on that bench, and he's just ready to jump off it and get on the pitch now if Boffa's holding on to a yellow at right fullback against these wingers. It's a great ball in the box. The touch is good. The second touch, though, in the way was Adam Lee and Bruno to steer it away from goal as Centofanti came to claim and was beaten to it by, I think, Matakoulis. And it looks like players down there on the far side as well for Campbelltown City.
It does look to be Boffa. I think it is James, actually. Could be reoccurrence of the niggle he had earlier in the half when he was down in a similar position.
We'll see if that ice spray does come out, but
on a night like tonight, no thank you.
He's got to rub his knee on the floor a couple of times to get a bit colder, but it's got to last to the half at least, and then maybe reassess in the break. But he's back on his feet, and I think he's going to have to come off for this one because he technically did receive some treatment. So you have to sit out for this corner. And I think it's a big chance for Adelaide Croatia Raiders to bring some of their tall timber up for this. Swung in near post. Cleared by Anthony Piscineri, and now Marino sets Mori on a chase on this near side. Benvenuto's next to him, and so is Blazeka. Can he get past him? Big challenge from Benvenuto. I think it's a foul, but it's played on, actually. I thought he was about to blow his whistle, but he was just pointing that it's play on instead. And Croatia Raiders survive another day after another counter-attack from Campbelltown. Proves no fruits.
That was the work rate of Benvenuto we were speaking about earlier. Absolutely great defensive run against a player like Mori, who, as we all know, isn't slow. So, and then Benvenuto reassumes his position high and wide out on the left. So, great work from Alessio.
Muhaha Wenimana plays it out down to Uineza. Beat to the ball again from Liam Bruno. He's had a great half, the left fullback. Mullen, his pass is loose. Nyankuru will try and take him on, but it's a tough defender to beat. And Croatia Raiders will continue this out the back. And it looks like there's an early sub here, Brandon. And I think it's my cousin. It's James Carocci, who looks like he's ready to come onto the park here. And maybe that injury is too much for James Boffa. As we see, Raiders still have a couple of chances. Nyankuru trying to go inside. Has he won the free kick? He hasn't. But the ball's still under his feet. He might have a shot now. He does, and it's deflected. I think it's going to go out for a corner, so I think they might wait for this sub again. But
here's young Croatia getting ready to come on the far side. And based on what we've seen in the last 5 minutes, you would assume it's James Boffa to make way, but generally he seems to be strong enough to get through to half time with something like that, but it must be must be a bit more than first thought.
Be interesting shuffle around as well if he does come on, because I know he can't play fullback, James, so he's going to have to come on in an attacking position and maybe in the midfield as he has the last couple of weeks. Here's a first early ball. It's deflected once and it might go out for another chance. It is.
It's another corner.
Another corner for Croatia. I think it was deflected right on the line there. They're trying to look for this near post, it seems. Blazeka on these set pieces. Here he is, second time of asking. Near post again, and this time it's curled a bit too close to that side netting. Goes out for a goal kick. And now we are going to see that substitution, Brandon. And I think it looks like Malisi will probably go back to right fullback. He played a lot of that this season. So he's back in that usual role. And I think Karachi will be on the right wing. And Boffa takes his time in coming off. I think it must be a reoccurrence of that knee clash in the early couple of stages of this game. Maybe even a switch up. Karachi's coming over to this left-hand side. So Murray's gone to the right. Malisi to right fullback. And sorry.
That's Nick Graves.
Nick Graves.
Apologies, Nicky.
Apologies for that.
Very similar. From
very similar, and the number almost looked the same. But it's, Nick Graves, very sorry for that back home, has come on at left wing. So it is Nicholas Graves to come on. And James Boffa to depart in this early substitution. So another young talent, of course, definitely suited to the wing. And another player who can go at defenders with ease and is a very technical player, 1v1 as well. So you've got one on each side now. They can find it to his feet. He's got a lot of energy to burn and running behind too.
Was really good against Adelaide United a couple of weeks ago, was Nicky Graves, when he came on, made an amazing impact. Won us the penalty to grab a 2-2 equaliser as well, so very dynamic. So yeah, Raiders defenders definitely won't have it any easier, that's for sure, on this left-hand side. And the inside here.
Fouled on the far side. It was called by the assistant referee on that line. Even if the players couldn't see it themselves, he was in perfect position to view that.
We'll remember to bring run binoculars next time as well.
Yeah, same haircut. Both have light boots, and they almost got the same physique as well. He hasn't got the knee strapping as well. Usually I would pick him out because of the knee strapping, but tonight it's off Nick Graves, and he stumped me there for a second. Here's Nyankuru, his touch is good enough to find Reece Thompson, and it goes right under the laces of Alex Mullen.
He'll have his work cut out for him defensively as well. Will Nick Graves, as you can see, banking in here next to Liam Bruno. But exactly that.
It's been to the ball by Nyankuru. Now he's down, Nick Graves. He was stepped on. Finds Uwaneza. Has the strike. Well saved from Matthew Centofanti down near to his feet. That ball was rising. Nick Graves got a bit of a limp on him, Brandon.
He'll be all right. I think that's just how he runs around, isn't it?
He's got maybe the cold feet still, and someone's just warming him up with a big stud mark to the toe.
That's one way you warm up on a night like this. I think he'll be okay. He's a very tough cookie, is Nicky Graves.
As you said, Josh Murray was doing an excellent job defensively on this left side. Now that looks like they're moving to the right, maybe to whip some balls in, Josh, and Nick Graves maybe to go 1v1 and try and cut in and have a shot. Saw him score some great goals over the years as well. Nick Graves, some volleys, some whipped far corner finishes as well. And this season, I think he's got one goal this season, sorry. So he's got one, but he's maybe looking for another goal of the week, maybe, Brandon.
Would be nice. Definitely.
I think his debut goal is something about Campbelltown and debut goals getting goal of the week. I don't know, him, Karachi, a few of them got goal of the week with their first ever senior goals, so they know how to finish him. No advantage there. Probably a second foul, if anything, maybe, on the halfway line. Matakula's doing a great job of holding it up, trying to bring Croatia Raiders back into the game.
definitely gotten better with that as the half's gone on. You can see he's found his feet, sort of got a gauge for where the defender is, backs into them, uses his physical ability because he's a decent sized lad, so definitely found his feet as the half's gone on.
Thompson looking for an option. Can only find Marisic's clearance is just about enough. Another one off Piscineri's back. Good touch almost from Benvenuto, and now Malisi can charge forward. He's got Maury in support. Plays it in behind the fullback, but Maury is just on his heels, but not quick enough. Here's Toriani. Muhaha Wenimana. Neon Cruz is back pass soft. At least it's on target. Now Marino finds Maury on the far side. Maury was waiting for it. And maybe the better opportunity was to meet that ball. He's going to get a corner in any case, and Campbelltown City are going to get another opportunity from that.
Last ditch defending by Toriani. Top class. He was out of position initially, but read where the ball was going to drop, and he got there. Quick, smart time, so that was great. Bit of defensive work from Michael. You expect another flat delivery here from Anthony. Trying to stand it up at the back post for probably everybody knows who.
Yeah, we'll have a look at him. I don't know why nobody marks him. They're leaving him free, as you see here. That one's gone near post and almost flicked on. Blazek is there. Piscineri goes for the spectacular, but he finds the back pitch. It's a very interesting tactic. Do you see it much where, I mean, everyone's looking for Alex Mullen, but do people just leave him and hope that you can maybe beat him in the air on the run instead of trying to stay close to him? Or is it just something that we're seeing out of the blue tonight where they just haven't picked him up?
It's one of those things you sometimes, he's definitely probably one of the best in the league in the air, but you do see all different approaches from opposition teams. When I'm out there, I tend to be a blocker for Alex. Not to give too much away, but it doesn't really matter because he just seems to get on the end of them anyway. But you do see all sorts of approaches. Tight man marking, double team. I've seen triple team on him before. But more often than not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Here's Graves looking for his first few touches. A good ball in behind to Piscineri to switch. Malisi, a lot of space to run into. Looking for a delivery or a ball out to Maury. He's got to get a ball in now, Josh. Defended well from Blazeka. Thought I might have stayed in, but the coaches picked that one up. Scardinio in the helm for these last couple weeks of the season. He's in charge of that major cup final clash and also the Australia Cup one, but if he can keep him in the league, I think that'd be just as good as a trophy for them. It's a good ball to Marino. Spins out of danger, nobody following him. Liam Bruno out to Graves. Here he goes, 1v1. Takes it in behind Uwaneza as well. The delivery, though, was lacking. And again, we've lost another ball. And I'm not sure how many they have on that halfway line, but there's about 3 that have just gone in that back pitch in a matter of minutes. So those young ball boys, some of the juniors, have got their work cut out for them tonight. At least they're keeping warm.
You can see Nick Graves, though, dynamic, can go right or left. On that occasion, stepped over, tried to go down the line on the outside on his left foot, where he can usually put a good delivery in the box, so probably just still getting warm. Only entered the game about 5 or so minutes ago.
Liam Bruno, another pickup, and now plays Graves again. He's got space to drive into. Finds the feet of Mullen. He's probably fouled Toriani there. They're going to play advantage, though, through Thompson. Nyunkuru tries to take it past Leon Bruno. Stuck on his heels there, Marisic, but he's up, and so is Nyunkuru, and so is Leon Bruno. It's a great battle here on this right. Nyunkuru tries to take it past him, puts a delivery in, and his partner in crime, Adam, in Piscineri was there, in Marisic, sorry. Now it's Piscineri, and Graves loses out with that pass. But a great little battle on this near side. Hopefully it continues in the second half, and we can see what the other side has to offer, but at the moment it's a tense battle between these fullbacks and wingers of both sides.
Absolutely. It's definitely been, or at least from where we're standing, a highlight of the game so far, and it's been where most of the, I guess you could call them half chances, have come. Delivery into the box is just perhaps a matter of the striker being on the front foot and getting across the front post, getting across that first defender, just to try and get the slightest touch, steer it towards goal.
Gives away a foul that time, Graves. I thought it was some good defending, but the assistant referee has called it after the play, and Croatia are going to get a chance here. The last couple minutes of this half. And maybe it looks like Toriani's asking the question, should I go up? Is it worth it? I'm sure Blazek is saying, with my delivery, everything's worth it to go up for.
Why not? Saw him go forward actually at the end of the Australia Cup game, Toriani.
Can play up front as well, it seems. Has got a goal this season as well. So he's no stranger to the net, but maybe more than once is a bit of an ask for him. Here is Blazeka. Goes short, bit of an option here. Reece Thompson. He also finds the car park. Good little play there, though. No one was expecting that. And after all the deliveries he's put in, Blazeka, the little short option was a good change-up from Croatia and keeps his Campbelltown team on their toes.
Don't mind that at all. Just obviously the execution of the finish, which was a lot harder when the ball bobbled up on Thompson, but definitely trying to catch the opposition unaware with something from the playbook is definitely a good option.
And they've got a couple minutes till the half-time break here, both teams. It's been a tense battle. Both teams, of course, are looking for maximum points here. Would help them out in massive amounts, but at the moment, neither team can break down the other's defence, and I think Adelaide Croatia will probably be the happier of the two in this half. They've kept their team higher in the table out at the moment, and for themselves, they've had a couple of chances to work with as well, so they're definitely not out of this game, which you could probably say for a couple of their recent results, but still yet to go. There's added time here as well tonight, so we'll see what they can do in this half. Maricic. All right. Looks for that ball again. Graves is going to meet it there. Uwaneza is right on his back though. Spins him. Now he can go 1v1. Here's the ball back to Liam Bruno. And recycled. Marino looking for the touch. That's a great touch to Murray. Puts it across the face of the box and no one's there, but that was a great little move from Campbelltown. Into Marino, flicked in behind to Piscineri, and the first time ball through the legs to play it to Josh again. I'm sure he was in two minds like that shot earlier in the half where he produced an excellent save from Corrado Mushi, but at that time of asking, he's put it right across the face and no connection from any team was available.
It's one of those ones. Balls across the box always, especially in these conditions, bound to skid off, and that's the half.
Well, it's the half-time break here in this round 21 REA NPLSA fixture. At the moment, it's 0-0 between the home team Adelaide Croatia and Campbelltown City. We'll be back with you in the second half. Don't go anywhere.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
What I'm excited about the most, how we can come together, learn about everybody, because we're not the same, but we're somehow the same.
The community came to government to express their concerns about young people. It is our role to listen and it's our role to act.
There's so many kids wanting to play the game from all walks of life.
African Youth Program was established to help Africans with sport, cultural identity, mentorship.
Having a program that's going to target the African children, given it's their sport of choice, presents a huge opportunity to link participation in football with education, which is a perfect thing.
I think the African Youth Program will be a very inclusive program with different teams, different schools coming to play with us.
It's like a very big opportunity to expand skills, knowledge, and in different areas of life.
Most of the kids will grow from this program to be able to become valuable, positive contributors in our society.
Like a voice to be spoken with and not being scared to show your skills.
This empowerment program has many different aspects to it, and of course sport is one of those, but it's actually really about finding your place in the world.
I think everybody's pushing in the one direction to make sure that we can make a real difference.
It's not just a game, it's a very passionate sport that millions of people around the world love to play. That's what football is.
Puts in the penalty, and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
It's deemed as an Italian club. That's a bit fictitious. They called it Salisbury Internationale because that's what it was. It was full of internationals from all walks of life, and it continues to be that. Obviously, we had an Italian background, right? But throughout the 50 years, it's been a big dynamics, and it's still changing. So it's great.
I think it's an exciting opportunity. Obviously, the new State League 2 system got the North and South, and I think the final series is definitely something that we want to be a part of and want to be involved in, so it's definitely an exciting opportunity.
Yeah, when I seen State League 2 North, I was all over it. I don't want to travel at all, so I was all about it. Wife was all about it.
Always been a northern boy. I'm 30 seconds down the road. Played for this club for 4 years a while ago, and it's just my family as well, been here as well, so it means a lot.
Everyone around the club's been so welcoming. All the people on the committee and around the club were so nice from day one, and same with the players. Got some nice experienced players out here who are really nice and welcoming for some of our younger players, so that's been really nice to have.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
For Skimitsi against Ulash. Still trying to win against Skimitsi. Oh, and a save with the legs from Delangus. A space to run into. Amanda has one in the centre. Does reach him. Needs to find the angle for the hit. And it's a good save by Woodlands. Taking it out for a corner.
Even better save this one than the previous one.
Stam as well. Yeah. It's hard to. Santino! Signorello, what a save! He puts a fist behind it and sends it for a corner.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
Welcome back to the second half here. We're just about to get underway, and the referee, as he points to the watch, it is kicked off from Adelaide Croatia Raiders. Still 0-0 here, looking for that opening goal, and hopefully it'll open the floodgates. Here's a loose back pass that slowly rolls into the hands of Matthew Centofanti, but no changes at half-time for either side, so they're sticking with their guns and hoping these are the 11 of their men who can try and get some points on the board tonight for either team. We're talking at half-time as well about how Croatia Raiders, definitely probably the more happier of the two going into that break, holding off Campbelltown City with a very cautious game ahead of us as well. We're talking about the next couple of games these teams have as well. Adelaide Croatia next week away at Adelaide City, team in the top 6 and even looking for the top 2 spot as well, Adelaide City, while Campbelltown are facing up against the high-flying FK Beograd, who are also high-flying and probably cemented their side in finals already. So this game is probably the one both sides have marked on their calendar as one you can get points from. Probably easier than the last round, maybe, Brandon.
Yeah, definitely 2 tough matchups for the sides to close the season out. Obviously, we had Adelaide City last week and just went down by a goal. But yeah, they're extremely well drilled across the park. Last week they had Latanzio and Bruce Kamau running down either flank, so that's no easy feat for whoever's going to be playing fullback for Raiders next week. And then obviously with Campbelltown versus Beograd, you can see Adrian Deloya there, nice and cosy with his beanie, taking some notes, I'm sure, for next week. So yeah, it'll be good to see AJ next week. Obviously assistant with us when we had Michael as coach, and very, very great guy and knows a lot about his football. So it'll be good to see them next week.
Another good win there from Liam Bruno. He started this second half as he ended the first in some blistering form at the moment. And as you were talking there, I think, did we see Benvenuto take a foul throw? He was just over here. I got turned over, and Murray won the header, and it was turned over the throw-in. I'm sure someone's going to look at that back on replay, but
it's a good tackle.
I thought it might have been a foul throw that was reversed there. So interesting one there. The ball's chipped through here. It's onside, it looks like. Goes past the goalkeeper, Zaganek. He's looking for an option to cut it back. This is play on here. Looks for the strike. Second time of asking. Malisi gets a toe in the way, but everybody was waiting for the flag to be raised there, Brandon, and it didn't end up coming. And for Zaganek, maybe he was just as surprised as us.
It's one of those ones you never stop until you hear a whistle, and that's classic case in point right there. Matty probably just a touch slow coming off his line with that one, but Then you get good pace in behind for Raiders, and that was a factor in the first half. If they can break those first couple of defensive lines of Campbelltown's, it'll definitely put the back four under some pressure.
Blazeka, it's a great delivery. Far post. Is it a foul maybe?
I think the ball may have gone out then back in from the corner delivery.
Maybe offside. I can't tell. The way he's putting the ball doesn't look like it's
a goal kick.
Must have gone out. Must have gone out from the corner, I reckon, because it was an in-swinging corner. So I reckon he must have curled it out too far wide, and the far linesman's picked that up and pulled it back as they were just about to tap in there from close range. Here's Murray now. Almost turns it over. Nyonkuru, they get into a tussle, but it's play on. Good little toe forward there from Adam Piscineri. Gets it back from Mullen. Great touch in behind. Piscineri still going. Finds Malisi. They slow it up now, looking for some options. Murray's down this far right with a bit of space. Can he deliver? Near post. Deflected and away for now from Raiders. All right. His header looking for Murray. Two in a bit of a battle there, and a bit of a foul, bit of an offside there for Josh as he comes back into the play.
Sure, both coaches at halftime would have been happy with the first half performances, but probably just asking for an extra 5 or 10% from their players just to try and get the edge at the start of the second half, and then makes it a bit easier as the half progresses if you have a bit of that ascendancy early to drag a goal early and get a bit of a competitive advantage.
Great bit of defending there from Marisic as well. He was drawn out of position to face the 1v1 with young Zaganek. He does well to get his body in the way and prevent any threats on his goal at the moment, and clean sheet as well for that back four at the moment. Liam Bruno now looks inside, finds Piscineri. He looks to reverse it. Uwaneza's missed the ball, and it's Nick Graves. Looks to put one across, and Uwaneza makes up for his mistake, but plays it back into the path of Graves. And again, it must have gone out on the far side with this near side assistant referee calling it, as Uwaneza made the interception, and he's left it a bit too long as it goes over the sideline. Another chance for a corner from Adelaide, Croatia to defend.
We'll see where this delivery lands from Anthony. First one was stood up to the far post.
Near post this time. The goalkeeper looked like he might have got a glove on that. Unfortunately, it falls to the feet of Ikeda. Haven't said his name too much tonight. Hasn't been on the ball too much in that left centre-back role. Blazeka into the feet of Malisi and out for a throw-in, but hasn't just had too much on the ball tonight, Ikeda. Usually see him as much on it as Toriani, but maybe with three centre-backs and they haven't come out through this left side too much, then he's missing a bit of the ball. He started well in the second half, getting his foot on a couple, and that's a great through ball to Uwaneza to chase. But it's carried a bit too far.
It's one of those games so far where you think an attacking substitution for either side could potentially be the difference.
Here's Malisi. Tried to play it in behind to Murray, but it's got too much on that. And again, he fouls. Does Murray and Ikeda. I'm not sure if he's fallen into the drainage system here at Croatian Sports Centre right on the edge of the pitch, but looks like he's okay for now. Malisi maybe could have taken it a bit more though and forced a 2v1 in the opposite favour of Murray there. It's a pass back. Croatia only into the feet of Piscineri. Mullen, he spins, stands on it now, looking for a space to shoot. Back heels, and Adam Piscineri was there, but his touch was loose. Zaganek fouled. Play on, says the referee, and now they're going to pull it back after he was fouled after that touch as well. But another good attacking move from Croatia Raiders. They get it from inside their box all the way to the halfway line in within seconds. So very agile team and can get themselves up the park as quick as they want at times, but in this game so far. We haven't seen them have a lot of confidence in that so far. There's a long ball. It's flicked on to a black shirt, Malisi. Back to Centofanti. Clears. Blazeka gets a toe. And he wins it again, Blazeka as well. Looks for a ball in behind, but All Right was there in the way at the perfect time.
Just about to cut you off and say, guess who?
Two defenders in some fine form tonight. Liam Bruno and All Right. The two have kept their position from last week as well and most of this season. And looking for some of the same for these attacking players of Campbelltown. That's a better ball to Graves. Mullen was fouled off it. Graves still inside, looking for a cutback. Might get a second opportunity. I think he'll take the corner instead as he let it go through his legs as it was deflected. But Mullen doing well to orchestrate the midfield of this Campbelltown City team to try and get them back into this game and on top of things. Let's see if he can take that a step further by putting them ahead with a header maybe. Near post again, flicked on. And came off a Croatia player apparently, as it will go for a take two.
I think this might be a change in style of delivery here. Last couple actually have gone to the near post and haven't quite hit the mark, so see if Anthony changes this one up.
Got to get under it a bit more. What can he do this time? He might go short. That's better from him. Far post. Mullen waits. It's delivered. Marino spins, and it's in the bottom corner for Mark Marino. He equals Alex Mullen with 10 goals this season in the league. And it was a good spin on a dime to put it into the bottom right corner, Brandon. What a goal for Campbelltown.
Well, we called it. Alex Mullen from the corner. And then, yeah, Mark Marino on the spot, as per usual. Great finish on the spin as well. Always in and around that 6-yard box. Very, very dangerous. But hopefully that's the goal that this game needed.
We're about 10 minutes into this half, maybe. And finally, the deadlock is broken. Campbelltown City take the lead here. Away at Croatian Sports Centre. 1-0 to the away side go. And the assist has got to have to go to the captain, Alex Mullen. Now it's got a bit of a battle for the boot at Campbelltown now. Both their players, top scorers on 10 goals each. And the rest below that, if there was a bronze medal, there's a few fighting for that one too, with a couple on 2 goals, 1 goal as well. So we'll see how that goes. But 2 men in fine form, and they've been carrying Campbelltown all this season as well. And you've got to say, those defensive performances early on from All Right. Here he goes again. And Liam Bruno are coming to pay off now for Campbelltown if they can keep in hold of this one. Here's Marino. Now he's got the confidence, but that pass is loose in between about 3 players and can't be kept alive by Liam Bruno.
That is where Marky can be dangerous, though, and when he does get his eye in and he gets his confidence up, when he starts to drop off their centre-backs and come into those number 10 areas on the half spin as well. Not on that occasion particularly, but when he gets the ball facing forward, he wouldn't want to be an opposition defender, that's for sure.
Loose pass. Thompson pounces. He's got to play this out the wide left, but instead he'll keep the possession instead and play it through the back here of Croatia Raiders. Seems like they're still happy to keep this ball in the defensive half. That's better from Reece Thompson. Zaganek controls it with his neck almost. Trying to find Matakoulis and another player who needlessly passes it out of bounds without too much contention of pressure.
They do look like they've found the weight of that ball over the top quite well, Raiders. They did start with it early in the first half and they've continued to use that as a strategy going forward. But it just seems to be that touch on the end of it for the player receiving in behind. Just been the downfall to this point, but you'd expect it to pay off at some stage.
Now this game's opening up. Malisi drives inside, still going Malisi. Trying to look for a pass forward, and Thompson's there to cut it out for Croatia. Now the gaps are beginning to appear for the home side. They give that one up once, twice. Ikeda into the path of Marino. But his touch, it might have been a handball even, because they've stopped this for a goal kick now.
Yeah, it looked like the ball just skipped off onto Mark's left hand there. Bit unlucky, but could have potentially been a whistle before that as well.
Now they're going long, Croatia. I mean, Bruno's there to meet that with his head. More gaps in the middle of the park opening. I think that's Graves now driving inside. That loose touch has allowed Toriani to intercept. Now he goes for a bit of a run on that far side. Good ball to Matakoulis to hold up. But even better defending from Jordan Marisic. This whole back line at the moment for Campbelltown, really keeping them nice and solid and keeping that sheet intact as well. Especially in moments now, this game's going to start opening up. Croatia Raiders can't afford a loss here. A draw or any type of points would be much needed for them. Campbelltown now, they're trying to exploit this gap. Here's Malisi again. Started this half in fine form. He crosses it to Mullen. Marino dwells on it, but fortunately it falls to the feet of Liam Bruno. Graves still going on with Uwaneza. It's been a great battle on that far side since he's come on. Anthony Piscineri, far post, looking for Alex Mullen again, the header! This time he can't find Marino again. And it was defended that time by Yudo Ikeda. Now they've got some spring in their step, Campbelltown. Marino in that 10 position, like you mentioned. And they're getting it out wide. Has he won the free kick? I think the referee was going to pay it. He is. So Uwaneza gives away a needless free kick there on the far side as Nicholas Graves is having an introduction to remember.
Extremely dynamic, isn't it, Graves? Like I said a bit earlier, can go left or right. Last couple of occasions gone down the outside. Sharp little step over with his right foot. Shifts it onto the left and now puts Campbelltown in another good position if we can get a good delivery.
This time they go short. Stitches up his brother a little bit with that one, but he plays it to the far post. Looking for a header. It is met on the first time. The second time, it's Marino double. And it's going to be paid. This time it's by the head of Mark Marino. And I think it might have come off Jordan Marisic for the assist. But it's a brace for Mark Marino when he takes his lead in the Campbelltown Golden Boot race as well, with his 11th for the season in the league. And a 2-0 lead for Campbelltown City here, away at Adelaide Croatia Raiders. Now, is this game getting away from Croatia, and is their season looking down the bottom of the barrel? Out of nowhere, a needless free kick on that far right-hand side from the fullback Uwaneza. And a short free kick that we thought might have finished the play there, as it was played to the back foot of Piscineri. He puts an excellent ball into the far post, and one flick on and a second header from Mark Marino, and he's got his side in a great position. Been the man to step up on the biggest occasions when they need the points, when they're playing a low block. He's the one who's come up trumps, and again tonight, he's the one. But here's Mullen. Plays it in behind. Can he find the hat-trick? Marino cuts now one on his right, but I think they're predicting him to shoot and try and beg this third goal. And they got in well on that occasion. Here he is, Marino. He's really deep now, trying to draw out some defenders of Adelaide Croatia, but the man in some fine form, and his confidence is oozing at the moment.
Absolutely. I think we'll see Mark getting on the ball a lot more now, especially now he's got his eye in. A couple of goals. You'll see him drop into those pockets like I mentioned earlier. And that should hopefully, well, at least for Campbelltown, free up some space in behind for some runs from the likes of Maury, Nick Graves, even Alex Mullen pushing on into the number 9 position. You can see Malisi on the right-hand side here. Not afraid to spread the pitch as well.
Muhaha went Imana this time, and Blazeka on the second time, but they can only find black shirts at the moment, Croatia. They're really under the pump. And Campbelltown are just playing around him at the moment. Missionary spreads it out wide. That bounce is tough to deal with as he fouled Graves again. At the moment, he's got Uwaneza on toast every time. Gets it at his feet, at his chest, no matter what. He's winning the fouls out of the fullback, and he's got to watch himself at the moment, Uwaneza. He's got to be towing the line for a yellow card soon.
You'd imagine he'd be close. Boffa picked one up in the first half after a couple, so...
Can they make it 3 times the charm with a set piece? Alex Mullen looks like he's free at the back here. Nobody's paying too close attention to him. If you get this first contact, could be good night for Croatia. Goes near post. I don't know what he was thinking that time, Brandon. Maybe forgot what type of role that one was on the set piece specials, but fortunately for Croatia, it's crisis averted at the moment. They can have some breathing space with the ball at their back line.
Yeah, safe to say I don't think that was one out of the coach's manual from training, but again, pressing high, pressing with intent, winning the ball back in high areas like this. Definitely going to make it difficult for Raiders to get back into this game.
Great bit of play here on the right. Looks in behind Tamori, who's going to foul Benvenuto here on this near side, but Maliti's been real into this game in the second half. He's gotten forward just as much as Liam Bruno has in the first half, but even defensively, I don't think Zaganek has had him once so far. Zaganek slips as he tries to get the touch there. They're going to get the foul, though. I'm not quite sure. I think Joel Allwright's asking the same question. He was on the floor before the ball even came, so how can that be a free kick? But obviously the referee saw something different, and they're going to get this. We might be seeing a substitution here as well. I'm not sure what they're waiting for on that far side, but it looks like they are readying someone.
Yeah, there is a Raiders player ready there on the far side. Just be a matter of which break and play they want to introduce him.
Zaganek tries to flick it in behind. Mullen. Thompson doesn't even contest with him. He knows he's going to lose that one. Here goes Graves again. Is he going to win another foul? I think he is. That's got to be a booking now. That's 3 times on that far side. I'm very surprised if he doesn't get a caution here. I guess it's a different player, but I would have thought accumulation. They've got to pull one out sometime soon. Missionary. Another player with a lot of confidence in the second half, picking it up on almost all occasions from the back line at the moment. Here's Liam Bruno. Drives forward, gets the 1-2 as well. Adam Liam Bruno needs a good delivery. Can only pick out a red shirt. Unfortunately, that time he can't add to his great defensive display with an assist. But again, he's got confidence going forward right now, as does the whole Campbelltown team. And I think it's not going to be long until they find a third and kill this game off. Here's Mullen. In behind. Murray, he's onside. He looks to cut it across. Behind Marino. Graves! What a screamer into the top right corner. And I think that's good night, Brandon. Absolutely finds where the spiders live, Brandon, as he lashes that one into the top right corner. What a move from Campbelltown. It's just as I said. It's a matter of time before they get the third, and there it is.
Absolutely. The way this half's going, that could be curtains for this football game. Great play down the right-hand side. Weight of pass from Alex Mullen to Josh Murray was absolutely first class. And that ball across the box was definitely looking for Marino, because if he didn't play Marino on a hat-trick, he would have had words afterwards, no doubt. But falling at the right foot of Nick Graves on his non-preferred, some finish. Absolutely class. And then, yeah, this looks like it could be the final straw for Croatia Raiders, which is unfortunate for them because they have had some promising moments in this game. However, the 3-goal lead and the confidence Campbelltown are playing with now, it'll be hard to see a turn of events here before full time.
Looks like they've made a change as well. Croatia Raiders. Zaganek's come off. I'm not quite sure who's entered the fray. It looks like it might be Kalen Laird. I'll have to wait and see if he's got the number 4 shirt as he turns around soon. But I think it might be him. Still going here. Adam Piscineri. It is Kalen Laird who has come on for Adelaide Croatia Raiders. And it looks like Campbelltown are readying a couple as well. I think it's Josh Baresi.
Yeah, Joshy's on there on the far side. He'll be on. Looks like
it's Alex Mullen.
Moles is having a spell.
He's just come back from injury as well. That's why he didn't start last week, and he obviously got the nod tonight in a very important game for them. They need their leaders out there. And they're bringing another one on with ample experience as well. Josh Baresi, maybe a bit of a change up here in the front line. I think he might be leading it instead, and maybe Marino in the 10. Those two great distributors off the ball as well. But great night for Alex Mullen. Got his side ahead with a header into Marino's path, and he started that move off for the third as well. So he's had a great night here at Croatia Sports Centre.
Yeah, Skipper definitely done his job tonight. No doubt about that. And with a lead like this, going into an important game next week, it's nice that you can put him on ice and have someone with the quality of Josh Baresi come on and be absolutely more than capable of putting in a good shift.
Almost an identical move there for Croatia as Neon Kuru tried to play through Benvenuto, but Malisi was on the case to dispatch all danger. Here's Blazeka to Benvenuto. He puts his ball in near post. Piscineri's there. He's got the time to turn around and find someone in black maybe. Marino pushed out the way by Ikeda. Not strong enough in that tackle was Baresi. Piscineri though, he's had a great game in the middle of the park as well. He's probably one of the more dangerous midfielders. Neon Kuru tries to flick it in behind for Matakulis, who came across his path, but maybe instead he should have taken it himself, Neon Kuru. In the past, we've seen him score so many goals, Neon Kuru. Late penalties as well, great drama, and he scored a winner here against Modbury not too long ago. But at the moment, I think not just him, but a lot of this team, Adelaide Croatia, is just devoid of confidence. And I think they're just trying to play out the season. Club's steeped in history, and I'm sure we're not going to be long until we see him back in these leagues.
Absolutely.
And I don't think this is... we might see another ball here. Great touch there. Graves again tried to get him behind, and I think he's landed bad into the concrete on that far side now. This is going to be a stoppage in play. He did battle with the goalkeeper to get the volley in, and he was all guns a-blazing to meet the ball, but he had a bit too much momentum, and he's fallen into that gutter on the far side. Hopefully it's not too bad for him.
Doesn't do things at half measures, doesn't it, Graves? He was fully committed to that, even at the scoreline at this point in the game. He was fully committed to getting to that ball, and that's what we love about him at Campbelltown. And he's gone pretty heavily into that advertising board, so let's hope he's okay. Yeah, not what you want to see.
I think they were almost ready to go to the bench anyway, Campbelltown. And I think Daniel Mullen is readying a couple on his bench.
Looks like your cousin's going to be next in.
He has got the bib on, and he's looking like he's looking for maybe to see how long Graves can maybe last. Might be able to walk it off a little bit longer. There's no one with the bib off at the moment. And they want to keep him on. He's in electrifying form at the moment as well. So he's not clashed too much. And they might be able to keep him on here. Here's Toriani in any case. Down to 10 at the moment. Campbelltown City. Can Croatia capitalise, maybe get themselves back in with one goal? Toriani puts it that direction. Neon Kuru, an excellent first touch. But the second time, there's a Campbelltown foot on the back of that one, and Centofanti's happy to claim that in his goal.
Josh Murray again, staying tuned in defensively, doing a superb job helping out Malisi on that occasion. But Toriani again, his range of passing is absolutely superb. Finding Nyakuru on the shoulder there in that first touch. Whew. Class.
Here's Liam Bruno driving forward, looking for Graves. He's still battling out with Uineza. Liam Bruno will keep it alive. Now Graves, great touch forward, still going, cuts it onto his left, puts another excellent ball into an area where only Toriani can meet it. Again, Graves with a header. What a sub, what an inspired sub. We thought they might have been interesting. They didn't bring on a like-for-like fullback for Boffa as he's injured in that first half, but what a move it was for Daniel Mull at the moment. With the way he's playing, Nick Graves, he might have to play his way into the team for next week too.
Well, it definitely poses, I suppose, one of those good headaches for a coach to have.
Matakoulis with a shot, easily saved by Matthew Centofanti. As you said, yeah, it's an excellent conundrum to have as well. And as you said, Adrian Deloy is watching this game as well. He knows how much danger they can cause with all the players they've got on the park at the moment. So maybe he's not going to know how to set up next week if Graves does start or not. Malisi still going. Gets a touch in there ahead of Blazeka.
Blazeka's put in a great shift, in the midfield there for Raiders. Some of that work goes unnoticed sometimes, but he has worked tirelessly, going both ways tonight.
Good little dummy there from Baresi. Picks it up from Marino now. Plays the danger man. Got it stuck in his feet, but just about keeps it alive. Marino. Baresi. Still comes away with it. Cheeky with a little 1-2 touch. Pictionary. Marino, now they're having fun out there, Brandon.
This is more of what you see in the small-sided games at training. When those boys get on the same team, you don't want to be on the other team. But yeah, it's amazing what a few goals in a game of football can do to the confidence of both sides. And then obviously a team like Campbelltown with the quality that they've got, see some pretty special things in the final third.
Keeps it alive, Matakoulis. Nyonkuru finally, we can see him go 1v1. Goes with ease, tries to stick the leg out. It's a penalty. Ooh, I'm very surprised with that. He did a similar move in the first half that went unrewarded, but this time he's thrown the leg across and won the penalty. First time we've seen him go 1v1 tonight, and you can see the danger he poses. Wins a penalty for Adelaide, Croatia, and this could be a massive turning point in the game. About 20 or so minutes to go, and they created a lifeline, and it's Nyonkuru, the man with the spark, and I think he's going to take this too.
We had a good view of that from here, and yeah, I was a little bit surprised that Daniel Cook made that decision. Not to discredit the work of Nyonkuru, he's been great in those situations tonight. But I didn't think Malisi did a whole lot wrong in that challenge, to be honest.
Taking his time here, Centofanti, to try and slow down the penalty taker. It's Nyonkuru. And there's no mistake. 3-1. They might have a little lifeline in this one, Campbell. Adelaide Croatia Raiders, sorry. They've got a lifeline with that penalty. There was no mistake there from Nyonkuru. Brought his side potentially back in this game as they ready a substitution as well. And there might be a little bit of life left in them. They're not just out yet. Benvenuto to make way. I think it might be Jacko Shapanen to come onto the park. So they've left a couple of their experienced players on the bench instead. Notably Radici, Trimboli, Matteo. Storied players in this league. They've left them all on the bench at the moment for these last couple minutes in this game where they're trying to pick up some points in. Very interesting decisions there from Adelaide Croatia Raiders, but they're trusting the youth. Let's see how that goes for them. Baresi. Pictionary. Baresi skips past his opponent there in Uwaneza. Holds it up as well. Waiting for him to dive in. He gives away the goal kick instead. So a couple of interesting subs, Brandon. What do you think about that? Going for the youth instead of maybe some players who've had so much experience and scored so many goals in this league. It's obviously a way that this new coach is trying to look at this Croatia Raiders team.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a different, definitely a different style of outlook to the Croatia Raiders we saw in the first half of the season. But obviously Scardino's come in and he believes in the youth, which a lot of people would be pro youth. But in situations like this, you you wouldn't be against going against some experienced goal scorers when you're trying to claw back a 2-goal deficit, particularly with the likes of you, like you said, Matteo, Radic, Oli Trimboli. I've been lucky enough to actually play with all three of them.
Graves has slipped in behind from Baresi. Can they score a fourth here? Campbelltown has cut back, but everybody was jumping to that far post for a tap-in, and nobody was there on the penalty spot, Lampard-esque. Now Nyankuru. He's got a bit of pace. He's going to go against Malisi again. This time, puts that foot across and stays on his feet. Nyankuru looking for a square. It's deflected and out on the near side. He's come to life in his last 10-15 as Nyankuru, Brandon. We know what he can do, and as in the Cooks Hill game, Nyankuru and Adelaide, Croatia, leaving it late to try and claw themselves back in this game.
Well, it's one of those things. They were having half moments like this, even throughout the first half, perhaps not as much, but there have been some moments throughout the game where they have gotten into similar areas, but it's just a matter of that final pass, final delivery into the box. But obviously, if something's going to come out of this, Nyankuru is going to be the spark.
Blazeka's delivery's poor. Get a second time of asking now with that ball falling away to him. It doesn't do any better with that. Third time maybe is the charm. Can't find anything. Looks for the feet. That's a better ball. Nyankuru, top of the box. Goes one way then the other. Tries to shape up and shoot. Nyankuru the third time. What's he found? Edge of the box. This is dangerous. No booking this time. But what an area for Adelaide, Croatia and their set-piece specialists to take a hold of. I think Blazeka's got it in his hands, but you've got Uwaneza there as well. Nyankuru, the right-footed options. Toriani, though, he's tried to go early. And he's put it in the back of the net, but there was no whistle there. I think the referee was closer to the ball than the wall, so I'm pretty sure you can't play that. But he's not going to take this free kick, I assume. And I think it would be set up for maybe Blazeka on the left foot to strike.
Again, Nyankuru, so dangerous in and around that 18-yard box. Been so dynamic and come to life in the last 10 or so minutes. But boy, what a goal here would do to the atmosphere, especially here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
So it's Uwaneza in a very similar area to the cup final at Service FM, just metres away from here. And it's Noel Blazeka as well. What can they do with this very dangerous situation? Adelaide, Croatia Raiders. It's Blazeka. And it's a good save from Matthew Santafanti. Very central, that ball. And easier to deal with for Matthew Santafanti, but they're on the counter at the moment, Croatia Raiders. These subs have come into good effect, and the movement of their players at the moment, they've just got to get a good ball in. Blazeka, near post, all rights there. And Marino can clear. Muhaha Wenimana finding feet. Sopanen with his left foot. Over the bar, it was always rising. Very interesting decision, and looks like they are going to finally move to one of those substitutions. Croatia Raiders in a second. They've got Trimboli on the halfway line ready to go, but I'm not sure when they're waiting for this sub to happen, but maybe they'll wait for the next stoppage in play. But we did say they got the attackers on the bench, and maybe they're going to take advantage of this good fortunes in front of goal at the moment. It's a poor goal kick right down the centre. Here's Laird. Santafanti this time plays it out instead of Long. Liam Bruno turned over, and it was a foul. I thought it was a 50-50 that was well won there by Laird on the far side, but fortunately Marisic comes away with it, and now it's a really interesting situation for Campbelltown. Haven't made any subs since that first half, and in the moment they are now, you don't know which way to go, a defender or an attacker, Brandon.
It's one of those things with the dynamism that Raiders have going forward at the moment and what looks like another attacker to come on. you wouldn't be against putting another defender on, just another body, another solid body to absorb some of that pressure. You don't necessarily need to go the other way and grab a fourth. However, you don't want to go too much the other way and be completely defensive, because then you're just inviting pressure, and that particularly doesn't go well, especially for teams who suit so well and adept going forward like Campbelltown are. There's a turnover there.
Maury takes advantage of it, tries to drive forward. He's looking for a gap to pass. They've got a few on the left. Marino, he spins that way now. Plays it back out to Graves. Haven't said his name in a fair few minutes. They haven't got forward enough at the moment, Campbelltown. I think they're going to be happy with some of the possession and maybe making Oliver Trimboli wait a bit more on that sideline to come on. I'm sure he's cold by now.
This is what Campbelltown need to do at this point in the game now. Just take the sting out of it. Raiders have had a couple of passages there where they've been on the front foot, but maintaining possession, comfortable possession, not trying to do too much or overdo it, would probably be the best way forward for Campbelltown now, just to kill this game off in the next 5 or so minutes. And that'll really take the life out of Raiders, you'd imagine.
You can tell as well that they're not forcing this ball out wide as well. Malisi's trying to go forward, so is Liam Bruno, but the midfielders and centre-backs are happy with keeping this deep. It's another good chest control there from Maury. Baresi gets a couple of 1-2s and plays it out to Marino. More 1-2s. Baresi. Marino holds this off instead of putting a ball in the box. Baresi. They're playing with each other, just themselves now, and now he wins the corner. As you said, those two in small-sided games on a Tuesday must be impossible to get the ball off of, and they're showing Croatia Raiders as well.
Particular Josh Baresi. Very sizable frame. Very good technically with his feet, obviously, as well. With the great career he's had, Ollie Trimboli's made his way onto the pitch now.
And I think it's Muhaha Winamana who's gone off on the far side as well. So they're going all guns blazing, all attackers on now, and I'm sure they're reverting back from that 5 back to maybe 3 at the moment and pushing their numbers forward. Be interesting to see if they put this in the box. They've got Adam Piscineri short. Back to Anthony. It's a great ball. Blazeka's there. Adam looking forward for Marisic, of all people, who's holding it up as a number 9. Piscineri goes long. Baresi's there. We'll take this down, but his second time of asking isn't as good, nor is Marino's pass. Here's Trimboli. Good first touch. They've got some men here free. It's 3 at the back for Campbelltown at the moment, and the pass is poor from Blazeka to find his team on the counter.
Unfortunately for Raiders, that's sort of been the story of their evening. In promising positions, it's just the final ball has let them down tonight.
Baresi spins his defender with ease, but he forgot the ball and all that. We'll win it on that time of asking after bulldozing Sappinen. Plays a great ball in behind. Was he fouled as well? He blew the whistle, but I think it might have been the other way around.
That was a great challenge.
So is that from Piscineri, who takes it off of Neon Kuru. I think that was Murray all the way on the far left side now. You can see the change in formation now for Campbelltown. They're getting a few more men behind the ball. Trimboli holds up. It's a great ball. Soppinen plays it out wide to Uwaneza. He's got the pace. The touch is heavy though. And he'll just take it behind for a goal kick. Maybe he needed to make that delivery earlier. We're into the final 5 or so minutes here. If they don't get one now, I don't think they'll ever will. Saw a very similar tale against Cooks here. I think they scored in the 88th minute and then a disallowed equaliser in added time. They can get one in similar succession tonight. They might have a bit of luck trying to pull this out from the depths. Good win from Toriani. Marisic makes no danger in clearing that. It's a great touch though from Toriani to pick that up and spot Matakoulis here. Malisi took no danger in heading that out instead. Now going to have another opportunity from a corner. They're waiting, I think. Thoughtful Blazeka. Maybe Blazeka's going to go in there instead this time and maybe leave this one to Neon Kuru to take.
Torriani certainly won't die wondering, really. Getting his head on anything that comes close to him in the air, still trying to dictate things from deep going forward.
It's a better delivery as well. Centofanti opts to punch. Uwineza lets it roll under his feet, and now Campbelltown can push up a little bit outside of their box. Uwineza launches long, and I think Zapolazeko's offside. He's straight behind the back line of Campbelltown there, a bit too long. Be interesting to see how long some of these players can last as well. Last week it was a few early changes for Campbelltown in about 52nd, 53rd minute, and then one with the last 10 minutes to go. We've got about 5 on woe to go now, and they've still not made any since the enforced one at half time. Just before that, sorry, with the injury. It's tough to break into a team. That's an interesting back pass there from Piscineri, sorry. Now it's Centofanti to launch long, and I think straight out. Great battle there. Graves now has come to this near right-hand side. Here's Sopanen. Trimboli, is he onside? Couldn't reach the ball anyway, but I think the referee was in no hesitation that he was going to put the flag up if he did touch it. All the space on this right side, but they can't get it past Thompson. Doing well under the pressure as the old heads here at Campbelltown. That pass is a bit loose. Thompson breaks the press as well. Nyonkuru's touch is way too soft. And Graves, and I think he's going to pull up here. Trimboli just got across him. I think might have had some more studs to leave on him in that left-hand ankle, it looks like. Struggling at the moment. Can't see anybody ready to come on, but Mullen might send somebody out for the last couple of minutes to warm up potentially and just waste a bit of time with a sub. See how long he can last, but he's had a great introduction today. It's another foul from Trimboli. He's got to be careful. He's just come on, just come back as well for his European expedition as well. Doesn't want to come back in these crucial games and not leave his team with any numbers to deal with. Not enough from Sopanen. Adam Piscineri to Graves. Has he still got one more left in him? On his good foot now. Baresi, Mori, Marino from range. He has the strike as well. But the foul was called earlier from Josh Murray on one of the Campbelltown attackers, getting another foul in the attacking half. They don't care if it's up this end, as long as it's not down the other end. We're into added time now. Just ticked over the 90. Can they hold on, Campbelltown, for a much-needed win, and very inspired win as well. I think Marino's won a handball there, maybe in the middle of the park. We'll have a look at the live ladder and where this puts Campbelltown in terms of their league position. It's going to be very important, as it will take him into the 6 temporarily before Playford play tomorrow in that Northern Derby we did say. So they've done their job tonight, Campbelltown. Put themselves in a healthy lead, and that 10 or so minutes of fight back from Croatia Raiders might be just in jest, as they haven't pulled another back in time. But this is a great ball. Laird looking for a cutback, taking his time on it. Takes it past one. He's got a few to play it back to. Can't find anyone. Blazeka now. Straight at the goalkeeper. And he's happy with that, Centofanti. Take a few seconds out of this, and fortunately it wasn't to either side because that had some power on it.
Definitely sets up an exciting fixture between Campbelltown and Beergrad this time next week. But yeah, unfortunately for Raiders to go out like this as well, at home in front of their beloved faithful, probably not the way they would want their last home game to go. But in saying that, they have had moments tonight where they have looked good, and there is promise moving forward, obviously into next week and then beyond. into next season with some of the youth they've got within this group. Definitely promising signs moving forward for Croatia fans, that's for sure.
We can confirm as well, if this result stays the same, this is relegation from Adelaide Croatia Raiders. They're 4 points away from 10th place Para Hills with 1 game to play, so this will be too much to come back from if this result stays the same. Can Baresi put a bit of sugar on this finish? Can he put the cherry on top? Or maybe it's Murray.
Give it to Baresi.
Here he is, Baresi.
Ooh.
It didn't look too good off the boot. And that's full time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. And that's the end of the road from Adelaide Croatia Raiders in the NPL this season. We say goodbye to them, but for Campbelltown, their march on to September continues as they take a much needed 3-1 win here away to Adelaide Croatia. And they keep their point in the 6. They keep their spot in the 6, for the time being. And we'll travel into next week needing another victory to cement their spot in the finals race. It was a pleasure to be joining the commentary booth with you here, Brandon. Hopefully we'll see you next week as well, but a great game ahead of us and some great goals too.
Yeah, pleasure. Thank you for having me tonight. Alessio, it's been a great night out, watching some good football. Unfortunately for Croatia, this is where their time of the NPL ends, but just for now, I'd say. I'll say that a great club with great history doesn't stay down for too long, and with some of the promising moments that we've seen from them tonight, I can't imagine they'll be out of this league for too long. And with Campbelltown, all eyes on Beograd next Friday night.
Well, that's it from us here in the studio here at Adelaide Croatia Sports Centre. It's been a pleasure to host you guys at home as well. Make sure you don't switch off. There's more football in the WNPL still playing tonight. And as well, there's many games tomorrow commentated and live streamed as well on the FSA League's YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere. The football is yet to come this weekend. Thank you and good night.